So some of the tools you can get, there are some free tools here to see what's going on. Probably the best known is Google Alerts. TweetBeep, although TweetBeep is going to stop being free very soon. They're going to start charging for it. That will tell you what's going on Twitter. Social Mention is pretty good. Yeah, a couple of people using Social Mention. One of the great things on Social Mention is it would actually allow you to export entire analyses. You can export the whole thing, which is pretty fantastic. BackType will do a little bit. BackType is a bit like a mini Social Mention. It'll do one URL, but without that degree of analysis. So this is BackType, and you pop your URL into that box there, and you see its impact. And that will show you the tweets and comments related to that particular domain. I don't know that it picks up all the blog articles as well. It'll just pick up specific items. But it's one tool that's out there. Whether that will still be there in 2 years' time, I don't know, with the others that are being developed at the moment. And then this is Social Mention, which will pick up sentiment top keywords as well, which is interesting. So it will tell you what's going on. But the greatest thing, as I say, in that top right-hand box, you can export the whole of the analysis to an Excel spreadsheet. And that gives you the potential to identify the opinion formers, opinion leaders, followers. You've actually got their Twitter names and their blog addresses. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually, I think, a key point. And there was a LSE-backed study, and they presented it this past summer at a Social Media Monday meeting. And one of the things the people who did the research, it was a private company plus the LSE, they were saying it depends on what you're doing. If you're doing something that has lots and lots of people, like hundreds of thousands of people commenting, fine, some of the tools are actually okay. If you're doing something where there's like 50 people in the world that matter,
yeah,
the tools will probably misinterpret the data because in a sense there's not enough of it, and they don't know how to weight it towards the individuals that matter. So any tool that lets you export, like you were just pointing out, where you can then look back to the individuals, suddenly can be quite powerful because you can trace back to the people who matter. Maybe those are the ones you send the case of wine to or something.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly where Stormhook started from, because this is great. And being able to export it as a CSV or an Excel file, you then open up Excel and you can effectively sort out your columns, and you can then see who has been, who's mentioned most frequently, who's talking about you most. So you know who your fans are, you know who your detractors are, and you know who's not really engaged. So you've got the chance to have a real conversation with them. As John says, they're the people you want to send the case of wine to say, let's have a conversation about this, if you're in the wine business.
And how is that different to Google Alerts?
Google Alerts gives you once a day or once a week a little comment, but there's no analysis. It just gives you the link. This gives you all the links, plus the export gives you the title, the keywords, the links, and the who's done it. And it's free. And also, if you see on that bottom left, it gives you the keywords. You don't really get keywords from Google Alerts unless you capture it yourself. So what you would need to do with Google Alerts and TweetBeep, you'd need to copy and paste it all into an Excel sheet and keep it up yourself. But actually, interestingly, Social Mention, when I looked at this for a particular client, and I've been getting their Google Alerts for some time, I looked at Social Mention, and I did this yesterday, looked at them yesterday to see what they were doing, and they've picked up things on Social Mention that I didn't get as a Google Alert. So this is actually much richer, and I don't think I got the massing from Google Alerts that I did from this. With this, I've suddenly ended up with like a page like this of all these people who are talking about this particular topic. Whereas with the Google Alerts coming in, I look at it, read it, and think, yeah, I knew that was going to appear. Delete. Yeah, I knew that was delete. Whereas this also shows me where it's going on to, where the conversation is continuing. I wasn't getting all that in Google Alerts. Either the hashtag was falling off or something happened, but I got more from this. There's also Twitter Fall, which is like waterfall. And Twitter Fall is useful if you've got a group of people and you were organising a conference and there are a large group of people there, you could organise it so you've effectively got a large wall with a smartboard or something on it, and it's connected to the internet, and you've got the constant mentions of that particular hashtag that's being used going on there. And that could be useful, literally, if you've got a big event with 300-400 people there, and you are looking for that one person that you can't find, they could use that particular hashtag to say, I am now at this point. You know, I'm at stand H23, just to let them know where it is. And you can also, although it's got panels down the side that you would ordinarily see, you can click on the presentation mode button, which pushes those away. So all you're literally getting are the tweets, one after another, coming through. So it's a very powerful tool.
Both of these all seem to be quite Twitter focused. Are there any that cover Facebook?
One of the difficulties with the Facebook is a lot of content is technically private because you've got to log in to get access, other than the company page side. And the company page side you can get access to and does come up. But if people are posting individual comments, it's unlikely that they're going to post, say, for example, I'm on the Bat Conservation Trust Facebook page, which there's a good chance I will be, and somebody makes a comment about bats hibernating at the moment and it's very cold for bats, these sort of issues. If I put a comment on, I'm unlikely to be using a hashtag or using the organisation's name because I'm just responding to something that's there. And because I'm just continuing that conversation, it's never going to appear anywhere other than the Facebook page. And that's one of the downsides with Facebook is you continue the conversation, but you're not using the tags unless you say to people, please use this tag for this purpose for this period of time. You could do it with I know there's a day coming up where Lady Gaga and others are going Twitter blank and Facebook blank for the day until they've raised £1 million. And it could be they're saying to everybody, you've got to use this tag to do this. So, yeah.